And today we're doing a Culinary College, the stew collab
crossover
holiday cook-off.
We're doing a holiday dessert special, and we're gonna do a cook-off with Jenny. So me and Gab are gonna make our own little dessert, and then Jenny's gonna make her own.
We've been dying to do this because Jenny is our creative consultant here on the stew, and she has her own show, Culinary College. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out. So yeah, Jenny made a dessert in a different kitchen, and Kate and I are going to make a dessert in our home kitchen here at K House. And then we have our cameraman judges who are gonna put our desserts up to the test and see who gets the chopping block. But before we do all that, let's film a stew fit.
Jenny, you go first since you're our guest.
Well, this is a sweater that's currently just covered in chocolate because, you know, life goes on. It's gray, and then I'm wearing leggings and then some Uggs because it's all about the comfort here.
Exactly.
I don't know, I'm just chilling.
We love comfort.
We love comfort, especially me. Do you want to go, Kate?
Sure, I'll go. So today I am wearing my little off-brand Birkenstock slivers with my corduroy pants from Target, my stew fit shirt personalized with my name, and on the back, head chef. And my little snowman turtleneck.
Can't forget the snowman turtleneck. There you go. Just like Jenny, I'm wearing some leggings. I also have my head chef t-shirt on. I layered it with a little white long sleeve and my classic, you guessed it, white Vans. Without further ado, let's get to cooking.
Yeah, let's do it.
So today, for our cook-off, we are going to be making Oreo balls, which is something I like to make a lot. They're very good. They're very sweet.
Yes. Gab's a skilled Oreo ball maker, so she's going to teach me her ways. And these are the ingredients we need.
So we have Philadelphia cream cheese, only Philadelphia in this house. So this is going to be softened. So we're going to let that sit out. Usually I would use Baker's melting chocolate, but we have frosting today, just to switch it up. We have obviously our package of Oreos. Gotta have them, main ingredient. To make it a little festive, we have our red sprinkles. And oh, go ahead.
Then our utensils we're going to use for it. So we have our spoons to mash up the Oreos.
Just to mix.
Yeah, to mix it. And we're going to crush them up real nice in Gab's little magic bullet. And then this is our mixing bowl because we don't have one. So we're going to use this big old pan. We have a baking sheet. And then we're going to cover it with parchment paper. And we are also going to make some hot chocolate as a little addition to our Oreo balls.
I'm so excited. The stew is literally my favorite LCTV show to watch, so I am so excited to be collabing with them today. I'm a little nervous, but for what I'm making today, and it's a secret, they don't know, I was trying to think of what to make, and I went to Starbucks and I got a peppermint mocha because that's my holiday drink. And I'm like, I should make peppermint mocha cupcakes. So that's what I'm doing today, and I'm so pumped. So let's get started. So ingredients that I'm using today, I'm gonna be using some cocoa powder, some milk, some eggs, butter, salt, peppermint extract, vanilla extract, baking soda, some flour, sugar, baking powder, cocoa powder, candy canes, some heavy cream, chocolate, and some powdered sugar.
So we're gonna plug in our magic bullet.
Pop.
Oh God. Safety hazard. And I've never used my bullet to do this because my bullet was here. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be, but I don't know how many to put at a time, so we're just gonna start with a few. And it's gonna get a little loud, a little rowdy. Whoa. Okay, so once we have a majority of it mixed up, we'll put it into the bowl. Also, we have our cream cheese softening to the side. Whoop. Okay. So we're not culinary college, so none of our cooking is as professional as Jenny's will be.
Definitely not.
However, you know, we got the spirit. We got the spirit. You just press it down.
Starting off, we're gonna need 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Now that we have 2 cups of flour in my trusty sifter, I'm just gonna sift this a little bit so I have some more room for my dry ingredients. To that, we are gonna add 3/4 of a cup of cocoa powder. Get our cocoa powder in there. To this, we're gonna add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Then we're gonna add 3/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder. Then we're gonna add 1/2 teaspoon of salt. All right, to this we are going to be adding 1.5 tablespoons of espresso powder. All right, now that we have all of our ingredients in here, we're gonna sift this together. And again, I use my sifter just to make everything fluffy.
All right, so now we've crushed all our Oreos. So we are going to take our semi-softened block of Philadelphia cream cheese. I say semi because hasn't really been sitting out too long, but it should be fine. It just may be a little hard to mix and to open, apparently.
Oh yeah, look at that drop.
Let me just rid of the trash really quick. Okay, now using a big spoon, I'm just gonna mix it all in. This step is a little hard, and it takes time, but really gotta put in work for this. The cream cheese wants to know that you want the Oreo ball. Oh. Some of it flew out.
You have to work for your Oreo ball.
Yeah, you don't get to just have your cake and eat it too.
Now we're gonna get working on our wet ingredients. So for this, I'm going to need 1/2 cup of softened butter and 1/2 cup of butter, whole stick. All right, so now I'm gonna beat my butter. I'm gonna beat my butter until it's like light and fluffy and creamy. So let's go. Okay. To this, now we are going to be adding 2 cups of sugar. 2 cups. And then I'm gonna beat this again. So to this, we are going to be adding 3 eggs, 1 at a time. So we're gonna add 1 egg, mix it up, another egg, mix it up, another egg, mix it up. So now we are going to be adding 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Then we're going to be adding 1/2 teaspoon of peppermint extract to get that peppermint flavor in our peppermint mocha. So we are going to need 1.5 cups of milk, but since we already made hot chocolate, we're like, maybe I'll just add 1 cup of milk and then I'll add 1/2 cup of hot chocolate because that sounds good. Is it a risk? It might be. We're gonna hope it pays off. Fingers crossed. All right, we're gonna do 1 cup of this. And then we're gonna take our hot chocolate that's on the back burner. We're gonna add about 1/2 cup of this. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in between. We're gonna put 1/3 of this in here, mix it up. We're gonna put 1/3 of this in here, then mix it up, and then keep going until we have no more left. Just so everything is combined equally and there's no clumps of flour or chocolate or nothing's too like wet or whatever. So here we go. Wonder how the stew's doing, how they're doing in their kitchen.
All right, so we're gonna use our parchment paper just to line our baking sheet.
Our cream cheese and our Oreo real well.
So this part's nothing fancy. We're just gonna take them and roll them into about 1-inch balls. I don't know, I just kind of like to go a little crazy. So like probably that much. And we did wash our hands.
Yes.
Let's just roll it. Oh, this is a good consistency. It feels a bit like Play-Doh. You just kind of want to mix it until you can't see the white anymore.
It reminds me of making mud pies in the dirt.
Yum. Mud, dirt, worms, maybe some mulch as a little topper.
We'll run outside.
Delicious. Oh, that one's a little big too, huh? These are real oily.
I know.
Never realized. All right, so you're gonna take a little scoopy poopy. Jenny's probably like, I'm using half a cup of this.
And I'm like,
let's just mush it together
dash.
with our hands. About 1 inch or 2. Whatever you grab.
So now that we rolled these all up, we are gonna just stick them in the freezer for about 40 minutes, and they're gonna get real hard, and then we're gonna coat them in the frosting.
Yeah, so we'll see you then.
All right, I'm gonna fill my cupcake tins. I put my cupcake batter in a piping bag. I would usually use like an ice cream scoop and just like scoop it in, but hey, here's what we got. I have a piping bag, so this can be great. Cut this open. So I'm gonna take my cupcakes and I'm gonna bake them in the oven at 350 degrees for 30 minutes. My cupcakes are in the oven and I'm so excited. They should be done in just a few minutes, but in the meantime, we're gonna make our frosting and our chocolate ganache for the top. So let's get started on that. First things first, we need an entire cup of butter. So that's 2 sticks of butter. I have my mixer back, my 2 sticks of butter. I'm gonna blend this together until it's creamy, and then we're gonna check back in a second. All right, and to that, we are going to be adding 1 cup of confectioner's sugar. To this, I'm gonna be adding 3 tablespoons of heavy cream, 1 teaspoon of espresso powder, more if I deem necessary, a little later, and then about a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm gonna add just a little bit of peppermint extract as well, just to make sure we get that peppermint taste in there. Mix it on up. While these are hanging out, I still have 2 more cups of confectioner's sugar to put in here. How you doing over there? Doing good?
Ba-da, ba-da-bum. I'm Mr. Heat Blister. I'm Mr. Sun. So we just took our Oreo balls out of the freezer. I almost said the oven, but we did not bake them. Out of the freezer. They've set, they've hardened, so now we are going to dip them in the frosting. Like I said earlier, I've never dipped them in frosting. We actually had forgotten to get our melting chocolate. Yeah. So Robbie Rose, shout out to him, had to run out and grab what they had at the market. So we have frosting.
I feel like it might work since the balls are nice and hard.
Yeah, it's a learning experience. It's a trying experience. So let's see. So we are going to frost them with knives. Once you've frosted it, you just plop it off. And we're just gonna top these off with a little bit of Christmas sprinkles.
Pass the fake round, bring me so much bliss. After some hard work, our Oreo balls are now covered with our frosting and our sprinkles. And now we're gonna throw them in the freezer, right?
Yeah, we're gonna throw them in the freezer for like 5 to 10 minutes. I don't really know exactly because this is frosting. So we're just gonna let them set and then we'll take them out after 5 to 10 minutes and let them thaw a bit and they'll be ready to eat in our Culinary College X the Stew cook-off.
And then what Jenny's making.
I know, we've been thinking so hard about what Jenny's making, but I don't know. So we'll see you then.
So now we're frosting cupcakes. I got 1 frosted. There it is. So good. All right, making a little swirl on them. Alrighty, these look so good. I'm so excited.
Alright, so we made some Oreo balls for you guys. We did this by combining Oreo crumbs and cream cheese, covering it with some chocolate frosting, and then sprinkling some little red sprinkles.
Just for a little holiday cheer. They're really rich, but we hope you guys like them.
Yes, enjoy!
I've had these before growing up, but usually with the chocolate over them, like melted chocolate. So it's different with the frosting, but I actually like it.
Yeah, I definitely haven't had these before. I just didn't grow up with anybody that could bake, to be honest.
It's sweet.
Yeah, it is very sweet.
I'm not complaining.
I didn't say I was complaining, but
What would you guys rate them on like a 1 to 10 scale?
I think I would give these an 8.
I think like a 6.
5.
Pretty solid lineup. Pretty solid. I can live with that.
Kind of a tough crowd.
Yeah, a little bit of a tough crowd.
It's fair, you know, we're not culinary college and we know that.
All right, so today I've made you guys some peppermint mocha cupcakes. We have a peppermint mocha chocolate cake, and then an espresso buttercream, a chocolate ganache, and some peppermint pieces on top, just crushed up candy cane. So I hope you like them.
Pretty good for me personally not being a big fan of espresso. I do like these.
Yeah, I don't like espresso at all, but I enjoyed these a lot.
Sorry, my hand is shaking. I can't really say anything right now.
Oh my gosh, it is shaking.
Jordan!
So, what would you say your ratings for this would be?
7.5?
I would give it an 8.
5.
Oh, wow, Jordan,
Wow.
okay.
Alright, well, we've learned that Jordan's hard to please.
It's not you, it's me. I'm sorry, okay?
That's what they all said.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Culinary College wins the cook-off. To no one's surprise, Jenny with her peppermint mocha cupcakes. Look at how gorgeous they are. I mean, Jordan was really torn. But she came together. We want to say thank you to our judges. We want to say thank you to Jenny. Any words?
Thank you to everyone who helped out in this. Everyone behind the camera, everyone on the sides.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at @thestew_LU. And Jenny, make sure you check her out on Culinary College. Be sure to check out all these people. We have Megan, we have Jordan, we have Lewis. Thank you so much. Happy holidays from us to you.
Happy holidays!